Hi, now we're in the kitchen and it's 8 o'clock. I came out of the garden. I'm getting my I don't even know if I can get this down here. This is my wheat grinder, okay? And I'm going to teach you guys how to grind wheat and how to care for this thing. You have to clean it all off when you haven't been using it, and I wipe it all out back in here, and I have a paintbrush that I use. One thing you want is a nice clean wheat when it's finished grinding. By the way, this wheat will be ground into coarse, medium, and fine, and it'll do it all at once. I learned how to do this and I'll teach it to you. Okay, I already cleaned out underneath. Excuse me, I'm learning how to do this. I learned how. Well, sorry, I should still be here. I shouldn't walk out of the room on you like that. So this is the pan. I already cleaned off the wheel. The wheels are right inside of here. Okay. Now, I have a bunch of wheat that was packed in 1978. Okay, here is the wheel. See it? And I put a little bit of hydrogen peroxide. I went over that and cleaned it. Now, there's the wheat. Here's my funnel. Which reminds me, I should wipe it off. This pan, and the family knows never to use this cake pan or anything else. Nothing. Because this is what my wheat will go in. I already wiped it out. This is where the flour will end up. And you want to get rid of all the moisture from cleaning it, which you possibly can, because now this wheat right here, this hard winter wheat, was packed originally in metal cans and plastic cans in special kind of white bags, and I put dry ice in it, and the dry ice takes out the moisture, and it sealed the cans. And it has traveled with us from Spokane, is where I purchased it, and it's traveled to Hickam Air Force Base. It's traveled to Florida, Homestead, and back to Hawaii. So this pan slides in the bottom like this. Sorry. The bottom right there. And I like to have enough room because this is going to be dusty. I even got dressed up. I even put some makeup on, which really isn't a good idea when you have super old skin. Anyway, and I'll go like that as it's grinding. Now, the first set of grinded wheat that I do cleans the stones. So, the first part that grinds, my husband loves to stack things on this thing and mess around with it. He dumped fish food and hid it underneath, and it's okay. Men are that they are. Okay. This is it. Okay. And it goes in there like that. Let me see if I can get a better view of this for you. I could put it further over there, but maybe it'll go up higher. Let's see if that'll work, okay? All right. Now, first group of wheat that we have to plug it in. One of the most important things. It can be transferred it over so that you could use a bicycle. Yeah. But we've never tried it yet. I don't think we have a bicycle. I use the same thing. And clean off the cord. The paper towel had hydrogen peroxide on it. I put a little bit on the brush because, okay, there we go. It has to have the 3 prongs. There's my socket. There, okay. I love you. Jesus loves you. This is going to get noisy. And it gets dust all over everything. And since we already went through a hurricane and I have dust, we're going to turn it on. The split switch is right. Oh my gosh, has it been that long that I can't remember where the switch is? The reason why oh, it's right back here, okay. Quite noisy. I'm sure you heard that. And here's this is the week that cleaned the wheel. Okay? So you can see all the impurities in there that were on the stone. So in the beginning, that's what you do. You put some in there, you clean off the stones, and the stones are ready to go. I'm gonna dump this in the garbage. Actually, I bet my birds would love it. My chickens! Okay. I'm not normal. Artists are very eccentric. Okay. I'm gonna dump this out here because maybe I can make something out of it for the chickens. I hate to waste. And everything else will be used dry. You don't want to get any moisture into any of this. Now, yesterday I did get my floors mopped. I got a few things done. What we're gonna do, I'm gonna fill it up to here. Grind that, and then I'm gonna show you how it's coarse, medium, and fine. And the fine is what you would use for cakes and stuff like that. But I'm planning on making a mega mix, which you can add a lot of different things, kind of like a biscuit, you know? Okay. I forgot to tell you, I pick out these little things like this. Do you see it? Right there on my finger. Okay, that's actually still has its stuff on it. It's husk. It's called husk. I'm sorry, I've been having problems with my eyes, so they're a bit weird, but hey, they're good. They work. If I see any stones, if I see anything like that, as this is grinding, I'll take it out. But I won't stop the video. Okay? So, here we go. I hope you're still, I think we're still recording. Okay, guys. We'll do our best here. now, see how the wheat was getting stuck? Normally I would have a little thing and I would push it back through. But I decided not to. I'll use one of these little allowances. We'll stick the rest of it in here. Okay, now I want you to see this because this is important. Try not to use the little rubber stoppers. The legs on this thing kind of broke, and I had to improvise something and make things so it could stand up. And at one time the wood was cracking. So I'm going to pull this out. I want you to see this because if I would have been shaking it properly, uh-oh, this brush isn't dry anymore. Okay. When I pull it out, see all that wheat right there? That's what you would make graham crackers out of. Okay, that's a coarse wheat. This is fine. Not sure what this is. And back here is a medium. Okay, and this right here that's coming out is real fine. I want all of this fine flour. I disinfected this counter with hydrogen peroxide because I couldn't find the disinfectant wipes. Plus, the disinfectant wipes have a smell to them. Okay, there you go. That's real fine flour. And, well, I need a larger spoon than that. So, this is medium, this is coarse, all this other stuff is fine. As I go through here, I will separate it fine into bags. These bags right here, my freezer bags. Freezer Ziploc bags keep out fire ants, okay? They keep out fire ants. Now, I've never done this before, but we'll put it up here so you can see it. I feel really professional. Like, oh wow. I'm sorry. I'll have to be me. I can't be anybody else. There's only one you and only one me. And God planned it that way so we wouldn't be bored, I guess. Did you know that bored was not even a word in ancient days? People were so busy trying to survive and working in their farms. They didn't have any time. They got up at 4. Well, actually, at about 4 o'clock is when they were ringing the bell for people to come and eat, and then they'd go back out into the fields. So they would work from, and then they'd be asleep when the sun goes down. I mean, think about it. So you may have to learn to adapt to something like that. Should we, the whole world, I think, will end up being in this situation, and good luck to all those that think that they can control it. Okay, now this is not real fine. This is fine. Nah, that's a little bit medium. So we'll keep taking this. Put all the fine flour in here. You could use it, I don't know. I just mark it fine, medium, coarse. And mostly this fine stuff will be on the edges. I don't know if any of you else see that. Did you see how smooth that is? Right here. See how smooth it is? That's fine. That's just fine with me, dear. Just fine. Yeah, I used to work in dramas Actually, I was the social worker in Crawling Arnold over in Italy. My friend's husband did the lighting. She was the producer. And the third scene, or the second scene, the first scene, okay, I missed a sentence. And we've been practicing and everything, and I missed the sentence. And I didn't know. And we went into the third scene. They skipped the whole second scene because of my error. But it was okay with me. Of course, I was only 115 pounds then, so we wore the same size pants. I think they were 29 waist. And I could jog up the mountain. Do I think that if I was skinny again, I could do all that? I was jogging, but my knees are kind of shot. But they're still working. So, I'm depending on God to fix it. Because He can. My faith in Christ. My faith, and I was reading in Acts chapter, hold on a second. Don't get into my flower. Be right back. No. I better not do that. They might flip the video off. Okay. I think I have 7 more minutes. That still looks like fine, but I want to get this coarse off here before I bury it with something else. Because, like I said, you can make graham crackers out of this. And I'm not buying graham crackers anymore because they're making them in Mexico. I'm sorry, they don't have the same. Well, I was there a long time ago, and I won't do that again. And so you see how coarse it is? This is what I would make. Well, actually, I'd make wheat bran flakes, where you remove. Okay, this is very important. Listen, okay? Gluten is the main protein of this grain. They have you thinking that gluten isn't good for you, but it builds the muscle. If I took this, and I'll show you how I can do it. I can make my own chicken patties and beef patties, and I remove all the starch. The starch, water can be used for a lot of things too. The starch, and then I'll have more bran, like these little pieces here, and I save that aside because it washes out of this ball, and you need it like under the water. You go real slow, and you end up with gluten. Gluten is, and wheat has everything in it. You do not have to add another protein to have a whole protein. Okay? I love you. This thing is blinking. I think it's going to give me 5 more minutes. Wow, that'll be cool. I want to go live, but I think I have to have over 500 people. And I don't really care how many people are there when I go live, but I went today and looked at, or yesterday, Saturday, for a notebook. And I don't want to start with apple. I mean, I am not taking a bite out of that apple. Sorry. I don't mean to worry any of you about it, but I can't have somebody thinking for me because I got to think for myself. And I definitely, there I found some more coarse, and there's coarse. And then I'm going to have more coarse underneath. Yeah, if I can see it. And I'm going to move this fine stuff over here. This might even be called medium. But I can see the grains. I can see the brand. You can make your own bran flakes. And we can get into that. If you're interested in it, let me know. Because, like I say, it is messy. But I don't mind, because if you can learn from it, that's what's important. Okay, this looks like medium. And then on the packages, I'll write down medium, fine. Okay, where's the fine one? They're right down here, guys. Sorry. There's the fine. There's some more fine. You can tell the fine because it's got a softer, whiter look to it. And I pushed some over here. Oops. It might seem time consuming, but it hasn't gone through. And the biggest problem with some of our foods that we buy, the machinery is getting old, and the properties that they use, the petroleum products that they use for lubrication of the different parts of the machinery, is where you get into having problems, because petroleum products are not good for your body. They are cancerous. So when you see on a product, by the way, some of the things I was buying that you use for poles in your gardens, or you know, the kind of green, anyway, it's from a country that says in California this can cause problems, and there's a lot of new rules coming out, so you have to be careful. So I hope that I haven't. Okay, there, that's fine. You see that? That's coarse. And there's, I think this was medium. Yeah. So, oh, well, there we go. I'll end up with about, altogether, I'll end up with about 10 cups of flour. Yeah, that's a lot. And then, now if I was going to make gluten out of this, which a lot of recipes call for gluten, if I was going to do that, then I really think the reason why they're taking gluten